Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, hello everyone. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Faras Nadhif Danendrata Herman from Mandua, Samarinda. And today I would like to tell you guys a story with the title The Hunter and the Lion. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy the story. Once upon a time, there was a chief in a village near the bush. This man had many sons, and one of them was the best hunter in the whole land. Whenever he went out hunting, he would bring back much more meat than any other hunters in the village. But this hunter did not just like to provide meat for the villager. He enjoyed the thrill of the hunt and killing animals for fun. The chief often reprimanded his son because he knew that the spirit of the forest and the ancestor did not approve of killing for fun or sport. But all his exhortation fell on deaf ears. His son's behavior never changed. As for the animals, they were both afraid of and angry with this hunter. And they called a meeting of all the bush animals to discuss if there was not some way to stop this man. Some suggest setting traps to catch him, but everybody agreed that this hunter was too clever to fall into a trap. Then the lion suggested that one of them should change into the shape of a young woman in order to seduce the hunter. Then he could be lured into the bush and killed. It was decided that the lion's wife should be the one to do this job. So audience, the next morning, the chief's son was getting ready to set out to the bush. He was gathering his weapons, his spear, his bow and arrows, and his knife, when his father approached him. "Son, please stay home today. I had a dream last night that you went into the bush and got killed by a wild lion. Stay home today, please." But the son brushed aside his father's concern. "Papa, don't worry about me, old man. I can take care of myself. Any beast that tries to kill me will get off the worst. I promise you." And with that, he set off, chuckling to himself. He had a good day in the bush and had already killed as much meat as he could carry. So he decided to call it a day and make his way back home. Then, to his surprise, he saw a beautiful young girl approach him. Beautiful young girls do not usually come this far into the bush. So he called out to her. Sister, what are you doing here in the bush?" "I can see that you are not from our village." The girl smiled at him and said, "I heard about you. I heard that there is a hunter who is smarter and stronger than anyone. So I decided to look for you. And here you are." "I am just on my way back home. Why don't you come with me to my village and we will eat and drink something together? How about it?" She She agreed. So they set off together to the village and his father's compound. The chief thought it a bit odd that this young girl had been walking around the bush all by herself. But he was so happy that his son had returned home safely and not killed by a lion as his dream predicted, that he did not question her at all. The son, in the meantime, was falling head over heels in love with this strange young woman. And before the night was out, she asked her to be his wife. She laughed and told him that she would be very happy to be his wife, but she would have to ask her father permission first. So they agreed that the next morning they will set off early and visit her father. Well, audience, the next morning, after eating some fruit and porridge, they were ready to set off. The hunter was gathering his weapons, but the girl asked him to leave them behind. As she explained, it would be rude to turn up at her father's house so heavily armed. The hunter agreed. Then they set off to walking through the bush. When they had gone some distance from the village, the girl changed herself back into her natural lion shape. The hunter, who having no weapons, was unable to defend himself. That evening, while the chief sat outside his hut, waiting in vain for his son's return, the animals celebrated their victories. The end. So guys, the moral of the story is, don't be so stubborn. Sometimes you have to listen at other advice, especially your parents. And that's all from me. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks for watching my video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.